Hey America! Ready to talk about something even more electrifying than a Tesla coil, the US dollar. The US dollar has a kind of energy all its own. Money is the lifeblood of our economy, flowing through every transaction, every purchase, and every investment. Without it, our economic engine would grind to a halt. Nikola Tesla was a genius with electricity, but struggled with finances. He was all about the energy, but not so much about the money. Just like a Tesla Model S needs juice to go, our economy needs a strong dollar. The dollar powers our financial system, giving it the energy to keep moving forward. But lately, the dollar's been feeling sluggish. When the dollar weakens, it affects everything from the cost of imports to the value of our savings. When the dollar loses value, we have to spend more to get the same goods and services. In the global marketplace, the strength of the dollar determines how much we pay for foreign goods and how competitive our exports are. Think of it like this. A year ago, $1 could get you a delicious slice of New York pizza. Today, you might need $1.50 for that same slice. That's inflation at work, eroding the value of our money. When the dollar weakens, prices go up, and our purchasing power goes down. We need to find a way to reinflate our economic balloon, to give the dollar back its strength and vitality. So, why is the dollar feeling deflated? Well, remember that whole energy thing? Just like a car battery loses charge over time, the dollar's power can dwindle. One big culprit? Taxes. They're like that annoying friend who always forgets their wallet. They drain energy from the economy. Then there's inflation, the economic equivalent of leaving your car idling with the AC blasting. It burns through purchasing power faster than a gas-guzzling Hummer. Think of it like this. Remember when a gallon of gas cost less than a latte? Yeah, good times. Inflation makes everything more expensive, and that makes your dollar feel as useful as a screen door on a submarine. Now, let's talk about assets. You know, things people own, like houses, cars, even those fancy phones we're all glued to. These things have a lifespan, right? A mansion might stand for centuries with proper upkeep, but that shiny new iPhone? You're lucky if it lasts through one software update without slowing to a crawl. The same principle applies to the dollar. If we don't take care of our economic engine, keep taxes reasonable, control inflation, the dollar's lifespan shrinks faster than a cheap suit in a rainstorm. What's driving the dollar's decline? Let's break it down into four main drivers. Think of it like a chariot race with four grumpy horsemen, each pulling in a different direction. First, central bank interest rates. They influence borrowing costs, consumer spending, and business investments. Lower rates can make the dollar less attractive to foreign investors, causing a drop in demand. Next, economic performance. A strong economy attracts investment and boosts confidence. Third, inflation. It erodes purchasing power, making each dollar worth less over time. Finally, geopolitics. Global events and political instability impact the dollar's strength. So, there you have it. The four horsemen: central bank interest rates, economic performance, inflation, and geopolitics. Understanding these factors can help you navigate the financial landscape. Who wins? When the dollar cries. The economy is in turmoil. The dollar is weakening, and it seems like there's no end in sight. But hold on a second, let's take a closer look. Is anyone benefiting from this dollar drama? Surprisingly, yes. When the dollar weakens, it can create opportunities for certain sectors and individuals. Exporters benefit as their goods become cheaper for foreign buyers, boosting sales and potentially leading to more jobs. Foreign stocks and commodities like gold and oil can also get a boost as investors seek a hedge against a falling dollar. And then there's Bitcoin. In times of economic uncertainty, some investors see it as a safe haven. So, while a crying dollar might spell trouble for some, it can also open doors for others. It's all about perspective and strategy. Section 6. Price controls. History's biggest economic facepalm. Now, some politicians might try to fix things with price controls. They'll say, "We're going to cap the price of gas. We're going to make bread affordable again." Sounds great, right? Except it's about as effective as using a Band-Aid on a broken leg. History is littered with examples of price controls backfiring spectacularly. Remember Nixon's wage and price freeze in the 1970s? It led to shortages and black markets. Trying to control prices is like trying to hold back the tide. It's a losing battle. Section 7. The dollar's decline. Good for goose, bad for gander. So what does a weaker dollar mean for the average American? Well, it's a mixed bag. On the one hand, it can make American products more competitive overseas, potentially boosting our economy. But on the other hand, it can also make imported goods more expensive, putting a strain on your wallet. Recent statistics show that inflation is eating into our paychecks. It's like going to the grocery store and finding out they're now charging extra for air. We work hard for our money, but a weaker dollar means it doesn't stretch as far as it used to. Section 8. Protecting your nest egg in a stormy economy. So, what can you do to weather the storm of a declining dollar? First, don't panic. I know, easier said than done when the economic news is enough to give you heart palpitations. But remember, panic leads to bad decisions, like investing your life savings in your cousin's ostrich farm. Instead, focus on what you can control. Diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially if that basket is woven from dollar bills. Consider investing in assets that tend to do well when inflation rises, like real estate or precious metals. And hey, if you've got some spare change, maybe buy yourself a little something nice. You deserve it. Section 9. Stay woke, my friends. Knowledge is power. Look, I'm not an economist. I'm just a guy with a show and a healthy fear of economic instability. But here's the thing. We don't have to be experts to understand the basics of how our economy works. We just need to be informed. Read up on economic news, ask questions. Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Because when it comes to our financial well-being, knowledge is power. And a little bit of knowledge can go a long way in helping us navigate the ups and downs of the economic roller coaster. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, the dollar may be down, but we're not out.